All right, welcome everybody. This is going to be a little warm-up mobility type of movement that I do pretty much on the daily. So I start off laying on my belly, forearms, chest propped up nice and tall, neck nice and long, and I just do some head nods, starting with my eyes, looking down and then looking up towards the ceiling. Then now here I'm switching it up to head rotations. Again, using my eyes first and then let my head and body follow. I'm looking over my shoulder down towards my feet, making sure that I keep myself pressed up away from the ground. Now I'm going into upper body half rolls. So just nice and relaxed. I'm looking at my elbow and I'm bringing it back behind me and looking at it the whole time. So again, my body's following my head, but I'm only going halfway. I'm not going full upper body rolls, just half rolls. Just nice and easy. Make sure you're breathing the whole time. Tongue resting on the roof of your mouth. And you can do this for reps, you can do this for time. However you want to do it really doesn't make a difference. I think I did it about 5 to 10 times each side, somewhere around there. But a lot of times, especially with clients, I actually do it for time. They'll do it for 30 seconds. So again, just really trying to stay relaxed, not letting my upper body flop over. Notice how I raise my leg up a little bit. That helps me stay from rolling all the way over. Now from here, I'm getting up onto my hands and knees, and I'm just going to start gently rocking forward and back, trying to get my shoulders past my fingertips and my butt down to my heels, but without losing my posture. So notice my back is not rounding. Also notice that I'm keeping my head up and I'm looking out at the horizon. So again, just going nice and easy, nice and relaxed, still breathing in and out of my nose with the tongue on the roof of the mouth. Now I'm going to pick a direction and I start doing some circles. So still getting those shoulders up past the fingertips and getting my butt down towards my heels, but just making sure I'm going nice big circles. Again, taking my time, breathing nice and easy, concentrating on, making sure that I keep good posture, making sure I also don't go into pain. I'm not going too far forward where it will wind up hurting my wrist. And then I'm switching directions. Just the same thing though, just nice and easy. Another way you can look at it is pretend that you have a paintbrush on your belly button and you're just drawing nice big circles on the mat. So whatever works for you. All right. So again, these are just all different types of rocking. Now I'm going to do a kickstand rock where I'm just kicking my right leg out to the side. I have my toe on my right leg is actually even to where my left knee is, to kind of give you an idea. If you can't get up that high, that's fine. And then I switch into a hurdler rock where I brought my foot up to the outside of my hand on the same side. You do not have to keep your toe and heel down on this one. I like to try to do it just to get a little extra in the hamstring. I have super tight hamstrings. Now go ahead and switch the other side. And I did about 5 on each, I believe. Still looking out at the horizon, breathing in and out of my nose, trying to just relax while I'm doing it. Now I'm switching here to the hurdler rock. So that left leg up by the left hand now. Again, notice how I'm trying to keep my posture though. I'm not letting my back round. If your back starts to round when you go back, either really concentrate on not allowing it or just stop at where your back starts to round. And then you're going to go into a dead bug hold. All right, so I'm not lifting my leg up too high. I'm just kicking it back, heel back towards the wall, arm out in front, squeezing my fist, clenching it, engaging, pushing myself up away from the ground. Right, I'm just going to alternate nice and easy. Again, cannot emphasize enough to keep breathing in and out of your nose, to stay nice and relaxed. All right, you should not be feeling this in your upper back. If you are, then your foot might be too far off the ground. So if you can take a look at my toe, it's barely off the ground and it's facing the ground, and I'm trying to push my heel back towards the wall. All right, this is a really good way to help strengthen your back, but if you overdo it, you can actually wind up hurting your back if you start to hyperextend in that lower back. Now I'm going to some thoracic mobility, so I'm doing a little thread the needle here while I look through and then open up, and now trying to rotate and look towards the ceiling. All right, so I am dropping or bending the arm of the hand, or bending the arm that's down. So my left arm is getting to about 90 degrees, trying to get my right shoulder on the ground as I reach through. You'll be able to see how I'm reaching through better in a second once I switch sides. But you really want to go slow with this. This is your spine. Don't go fast. Really take your time. Really breathe through it. Rotate your head. I'm rotating my head and I'm looking up towards the ceiling. Again, keeping my tongue on the roof of my mouth and breathing in and out of my nose the whole time. I have not stopped breathing in and out of my nose. My tongue has not come off the roof of my mouth. This really does help with relaxing and also with stability. So I think I did about 5. Yeah, so now we're going to move on, and let's see. I think I'm going to stick with, now I'm going to go to some hip switches they call shin box. So I'm sitting down, I am leaning on my hands, but I'm pushing away from the ground. I'm not letting my chest sink or my shoulders get into my ears. So I am actively pushing myself away from the ground. And then I have my feet a little more than shoulder width apart. So when I bend my knees, my knee falls right behind my other foot. I don't want to bring my knee up over my leg. All right, now you can add some reaching in nice and easy, and just rotate nice and easy. And I'm just reaching again. Make sure you do this nice and easy. You do not have to go fast in any of this. Do not go fast. It's all mobility, just working on opening up the hips a little bit. It's really good to do. I love to do this one before I go skateboarding. Really feels good. I have super tight hips, so super tight hips, super tight hamstring, and I also have a super tight thoracic spine. So that's what I really concentrate on with this one. All right, so again, these are called shin box. Some people call them hip switches. Doesn't really, make a difference what you call them. Again, you can do this 10 on each side, 5 on each side, do 30 seconds altogether, whatever you really want to do. If you're more of a time-based person, you can just have a stopwatch with you and just set a timer for 30 seconds. Again, that's what I do with my classes, is I have them do it that way. So that way they all stick together. They're not, one person would be done before the other. All right, now I'm getting back onto all fours, going to work on some more thoracic mobility, doing circles. So I'm acting like I have a golf ball right in the center of my core, and I'm just making big circles with it. Nice and slow, pushing down, then out to the side, then up towards the ceiling, then out to the other side, and then back down towards the ground. So it's basically almost like a cat-cow position, type of movement, except I am going out to the sides also, and not just up towards the ceiling and down towards the floor. So I did 5, and you're going to rotate, do the other side. Notice I am moving a little bit. My hips are moving a little bit. My arms are moving a little bit, but my arms are staying straight. So you want to try to keep your arms locked out when you do this, and don't bend your elbows. It may kind of feel weird at first. You may have difficulty doing it, but the more you practice it, the easier it'll start to get as far as keeping those arms straight and locked out. All right, so again, I have really bad thoracic mobility. Now I'm going to go shoulder circles. So again, I'm pushing the ground away, keeping my arms straight and just nice and easy, making circles going forward. All right, now I just switched it up. So I did 5 forward. Now I'm going backwards and doing about 5 to 10. Again, a lot of the times when I do this, I just do it till, it feels good. Like my body kind of lets me know when I can move on. So I may go, a little bit further one way than the other. Now I am working on some scapular push-ups. So it almost kind of looks like that cat-cow thing, except the only difference is my arms are staying straight and I'm doing a push-up, keeping my arms straight, really working on my scapula. I am pushing at the top and rounding. That's why it looks like that cat-cow, but I am not trying to arch my lower back and push my belly button to the ground. I'm just trying to pinch my shoulder blades together. Not too hard though. I'm not trying to overdo it. I don't want to, get any impingements in my shoulder under my scapula. Now I'm moving over onto my back. I'm going to work the front of my core, the anterior, and I'm going to do some dead bugs. There's all different ways you can do this. I picked the bending my knees and my elbows and going straight out. You can do this bringing your arms and legs up towards the ceiling and then dropping opposites away. But you do want to make sure that you're dropping opposites, or in this case, reaching opposites away from each other. And it's kind of hard to tell, but I am pulling my tailbone off the ground when I do this. So I'm using my other leg that's not moving, and I'm pulling that knee up into my chest. All right, now I just tucked my chin and use my abs to roll my shoulders up off the ground. I'm looking at my belly button, and I just keep going. So you'll feel this even more in your abs. This would probably be a little bit more of a progression. I actually feel a little bit better doing it this way though, so that's why I switched. So just remember, you do you and do what feels good to you. There'll be other videos that I'll do you know, my warm-ups and my mobility, where I'll do the straight armed and straight legged. Now I'm just switching right into a windshield wiper, so dropping my arms out to the side like a T, have my palms up towards the ceiling, and I'm keeping my shoulders flat on the ground while I try to drop my knees to the ground. I'm pretty bow-legged, so as you can see, that top leg doesn't really stay on top of the other one, but my bottom leg is. I am getting my knee to the ground, you know, just barely. Again, I'm super tight in my thoracic spine. All right, so now sitting up, now I'm gonna do some rocking chair. So I'm gonna hug my knees and just nice and easy rock back and forth. Notice how I'm keeping my spine rounded so I'm not just falling flat on my back like a break fall, like in, like, say, judo or something like that. I actually am rolling onto my shoulders. I'm making sure that I'm not rolling onto my neck. I am leading with my eyes, so I'm looking down, then I look back. Then as I come up, I look down, and then as I go back, I look back. So I am leading with my eyes like this. If this gives you vertigo or makes you nauseous, then you do not have to do that. All right, and that's it. Hope you enjoyed it, and comment if you want to see any other sort of mobility stuff.